Hello. Welcome to the new week. Alright, so let's dive into the analysis. As you can see, I've added the new zone here. I've added it off of this. This is where we had some rejections after we broke the 2000 levels. We drove into these levels, and this is an area of interest where we've had rejections from anywhere from 2020 to 2025. We've also had it, in the lower areas of 2017, 2018. But off of our initial idea, we took longs from here, came into this area, expected to see a correction, but obviously it was quickly bought up and buyers took control, and it broke the 2000 levels. Now that we're above the 2000 levels, and we have a new zone up here from where I've drawn it and shown it to you, I'm expecting price to go back into this area. Price has to come into this area before it shows some sort of rejection. Now, another thing we can note is that you see these levels here. We could have rejection here, and it could probably come back. I'm going to go to the lower time frames. You could have a rejection in this area, and it could probably come back lower and retest 2007, 2008. 2008 more favorably, I would say. Yeah, you probably look at this area. You probably come in here and reject. Yeah, 2011. It's too high. Looking at 8 and 9 in that area. Yeah, that's the area I'm going off of. So we could have a rejection at these areas and then come back to 2008 and around. So we'll go to the lower time frame and check it out. So we obviously broke out. Even on this lower time frame, we've retested this area a couple of times, gone up. I believe we could see a rejection in these areas again, and we could see price come down and then probably bounce higher. Or else, typically how gold is gold, we're just going to see it take off because it's already tested these areas. It's already broken out, and done a test here again, come up, but there is some sort of resistance here, this area. So I believe we could come down, retest maybe 2008 level, what we've done earlier, and then probably head for buys. I am in a buy. I got into a buy yesterday at this level, yes, 2009 point. I think it's 35 or so that I'm in on. Yeah, I think I got on that candle, but I'm in a buy. I'm in a buy at the moment, and yeah, keep my stop loss there. I'm in a buy from there. You go. I'm in a buy from there. Don't hold me to the number, but I'm in a buy, and I'm expecting. So my TP is obviously I'm looking at 25. This is the area I'm looking at for a TP, but we could have, like I said, we could come here, we could reject and go back down. If that does happen and I see bearish momentum, I will look to manage risk and probably close the position to get in again. But otherwise, we're above 2000. We've already retested this area. We've driven back and above, not really above, but we've driven back into this area. And I believe now we will make a push higher. So it's just a matter of time when gold makes this move. Either it has some sort of resistance here and then it comes down to grab more orders before it goes up, or it just keeps pushing. Today is a relatively quiet day. There aren't any significant news events today. We have a lot of Fed speakers speaking, but we don't have a lot of news today, so I'm not sure that we have any fundamentals that could push it up. But gold is pretty bullish at the moment, and it's obviously going to go for those levels. So this is what I'm looking at in gold, and let's see what happens. Obviously, manage your risk, and if you over leverage, you're going to get burnt. So don't over leverage. But yeah, this is what my idea of gold. So I'm already in these buys. If it breaks these levels, if I see momentum pushing price down, I will look to close, and I will wait and probably get in again. Because if it does reject, in these areas, we could see a pullback realistically. And once the pullback is done, we'll probably get on longs again, where it will probably push up into these levels. Okay, because it's also a quiet day, I suspect we could see a dirty move. But let's see what happens. Okay, so that's gold, and let's go to GJ now. Go to GJ. So GJ is the star, right? So GJ, I'm still in buys. I'm still holding my buys from here. I had sells from here. I cashed in on my sells here, and well, we saw this lower move happen. But I am in these longs. I am also in longs from probably there. Let me just check. Yeah, I'm in longs from here. I am in these longs, and they retested this structure. I positioned in again. So I am long, and obviously I'm taking these longs. Oh, obviously I'm taking these longs beyond all the way up to 190. At least this is what I'm targeting for now. We'll see what happens on the way. If it does change, uh, I'll adapt accordingly. For now, I am in buys from here. I am in buys from here. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. GJ is definitely bullish, and I only see it pushing higher. We had this entire move happen in a matter of I think it was what, 3 days, 3 days, 4 days, 21, 22, 23, yeah, 22, 23, 3 days. This entire move happened in 3 days, and that should show you that GJ is quite bullish, and it even broke out. When it broke out, it's obviously retesting back into structure, right? When it broke out, it's obviously retesting, and I expect it to continue. Now, in case we don't and we decide to break lower, obviously I'd look to manage my risk and cut my positions, because you could view this as a double top. I do not think it is selling down because of this pattern. But if it does, we will look to manage risk. I will look to take profit. I've already taken partials on this, but we'll see what happens. So far, everything is looking good. This is the idea. GJ continued buys, and gold. These are the buys I've just shown you. We'll see what happens. Gold, I'm not pretty much going to be holding it long term, because this week, as you guys know, Thursday is going to be the heavy day. Initial jobless claims. I think you have PCE. PCE is going to be a major. It's going to be a major decision holder for gold, because if PCE comes in lower, that's going to be bad for the dollar, and obviously that means DXY bears, and it could be bullish for gold. Uh, but we'll see, because we have a lot of news that day. We'll have to see what happens. Here you go. You have GDP numbers coming out, and they're forecasting a higher number. So if this comes in, obviously the dollar bulls are going to be waking up, which means gold could go crashing down. So, and there you go. You have PMI on Friday. So these are all big decision makers for what's going to happen with gold and dollar, and we're seeing this pump. I've seen this happen before. If the news is going to be good and there are no fundamentals, gold is going to get destroyed. At least that's what I think is going to happen. At the moment, gold is bullish and GJ is bullish. So we will wait to see what happens in the following days. As usual, trade safe, and I will be back with an update soon. Alright guys, take care.